Good evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, April the 6th, 2021. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Bonnaroo held a pop-up store and is asking for the farm to be annexed by the city of Manchester, Tennessee. Unemployment rates continue to fall, and we look at the Normandy Fish Hatchery. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
What does caring look like? This is what caring looks like.
This is setting an example for others.
This is rising to the challenge.
This is doing what works.
This is doing my part.
This is doing your part.
Each of us individually.
Acting as one.
Keeping your distance, no matter how awkward it may seem.
This is wearing a mask.
Over your nose and mouth, like we are.
Keeping our distance.
Each wearing masks.
Not under your chin.
Not above your head.
Not in your hand. But over your nose and mouth.
This is listening to the expert. If you'll just
wear one of these.
Caring makes community.
And this is what caring looks like.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
Until COVID-19 is no longer a threat.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. As a further indication the state of Tennessee's economic turnaround continues, unemployment rates for February of 2021 dropped in nearly every county, according to new data from the Department of Labor and Workforce Development. 90 counties experienced lower unemployment during the month. 4 counties recorded an increase in unemployment, and 1 remained unchanged from the previous month. Unemployment rates are less than 5% in 39 of the state's 95 counties and under 10% in the remaining 56 counties. Coffee County, the unemployment rate stands at 4.6%. This is down slight from 4.7% in January and slightly higher than the 4.0% in February of 2020, just before the COVID-19 pandemic struck. This makes Coffee County's unemployment rate just 0.6 percentage points from pre-pandemic levels. Williamson County continued to have the state's lowest jobless rate in February, 3.1%, down 0.1 of a percentage point from January. Moore County recorded the second lowest rate for the month at 3.4%, a 0.4 of a percentage point drop, followed by Wilson County's rate of 3.7%, which was down 0.3 of a percentage point. Statewide unemployment dropped to 4.9% in February, down 0.2 percentage points from the previous month. Unemployment also decreased across the United States during the month. The national February rate was 6.2%, a drop of 0.1 of a percentage point. There are currently more than 215,000 job openings posted on jobsfortn.gov. Tennesseans looking for work can find programs to help remove barriers to employment by visiting the Virtual America Job Center at www.tnvirtualajc.com. In other news, last Tuesday, the House Insurance Subcommittee passed a bill to ban so-called patient steering and increase transparency and regulation of drug pricing. Davidson County resident Eben Cathy says his wife, who has ALS, recently was told she almost certainly would need to change pharmacies and potentially switch providers after enrolling in Medicare, which he said comes with several barriers, one of which is that these providers and pharmacists are not close to them. So it's going to be much more inconvenient to drive 40 minutes round trip as opposed to a 10-minute round trip. Tennessee House Bill 1398 would stop the companies that manage prescription benefits on behalf of health insurers, called pharmacy benefit managers, from directing patients toward their preferred network of pharmacies, affiliated hospitals, and providers. It also would allow people to get drug cost information directly from pharmacies. Pharmacy benefit managers argue their industry helps lower drug costs for patients. In addition, the bill would free up data on drug pricing to provide accurate information to patients in time of care. Kathy said he and his wife currently expect to pay up to $1,000 a month to cover prescription costs, and said that along with the uncertainty of getting to see their network of support and the providers and pharmacists that they're used to seeing, there's also the extra burden of really high drug coverage costs. Kathy added that navigating the healthcare system for someone with a complex and rare disease has taken a mental toll as well. Between 2012 and 2017, the cost of the average Tennessean's prescription drugs increased by 58%. And around 34% of residents say they've stopped taking a medicine they need because they can't afford it, according to data from the AARP. And we'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good, nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. Manchester Board of Mayor and Aldermen will have a regularly scheduled board meeting tonight at 6:30 p.m. at Manchester City Hall. Among the items listed are multiple resolutions to annex well over 500 acres of land into the city, land that is owned by New Era Farms, aka the Bonnaroo Farm. Bonnaroo recently requested that the city annex the property. On Thursday, Philip Scoggins and I headed out to the farm to check out the pop-up store.
We are here on the farm in Manchester, Tennessee, which of course is home to the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival. And we're here for a very special thing that they are offering. It is a pop-up merch tent style where they're having some merchandise, some old and some new. So let's go in and talk to the folks and see what they got going on. And I'm speaking today with Kelsey DeWald. And Kelsey, you're with the Bonnaroo Works Fund. What's your official title?
I'm the Executive Director of the Bonnaroo Works Fund.
Excellent. Let our viewers know, if you don't mind, what we're doing here at the pop-up merch stand.
Absolutely. So we're grateful for the festival to allow us to be on site here today. We're basically doing a little fundraiser where if you donate $1, you get to play any of our games, all of them COVID safe and friendly, where you get to keep the items that you use to play the games. And it all goes to the Works Fund. Obviously, we're super sad that we didn't get to have 2020 to raise funds for the nonprofits that we work with, but we're glad to be back in 2021 and can't wait to see everybody on the farm, and appreciate you coming by and helping where you can.
And maybe tell some of the folks what different certain charities or organizations that this really, is going towards.
Yeah, absolutely. So we primarily support nonprofits in arts, education, environmental sustainability, and social impact. And that primarily sticks within Middle Tennessee. Obviously, a lot of Manchester in Coffee County, but we do expand into more regional stuff, even all the way up to national organizations. But we try to keep it local as much as possible because obviously this is where our heart lies and where we want everybody to enjoy the benefits of Bonnaroo and in different ways that people's fees goes towards helping out.
Well, it's all about the community, and Bonnaroo is totally a large cornerstone of our community. For sure. And you know what? It feels great to be on the farm. Even if it is 40 degrees today, it still feels great.
We're not prepared for that today.
It still feels good.
The sun is out. We're happy to have people down on the farm, and obviously we're grateful to be able to show them some new merch that we have and get people back on the ground.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you guys so much for everything you do. The community completely appreciates it, and boy, can't wait to get back out here.
Amen. We can't wait to see you guys again.
That's right.
So to keep it COVID safe, we're having people grab a bandana and then just use the bandana to spin the wheel. All right.
Fanny pack.
Bonnaroo fanny pack. We're suited up, ready to go.
So I'm speaking with Anna Grace, who is manning the merch table here today. Anna Grace, tell us about some of the cool things we have here.
Yeah, so we've got a collection of some of our vintage items, as well as this new shirt. It's right here. We had that bad boy printed just for this little event that we're doing for you guys. So it's got the date 2021 on it. For our vintage items, we've got some bandanas from years past, as well as stickers. We've got some new items too, like this puzzle, which is something we've never done before.
I like that.
We produced these when everyone was getting kind of squirrely. I have a couple people come through who have already bought it, and I asked them if they finished it, and they said no. We've got some socks. They're really cozy. We get these made by an artist in North Carolina. They take a really long time to get made, so we have to order them far in advance, and that's why they're a little bit expensive.
But they're high quality.
Yes, I love the socks. So we're just out here supporting, the Bonnaroo Works Fund and trying to bring some sunshine to the community.
Well, Bonnaroo is certainly good at doing that.
Yeah,
so,
try.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for everything you're doing out here, and great to be on the farm again.
Yes, it's so great. So great.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The Normandy Fish Hatchery, located near Normandy Dam on the Duck River, is the birthplace of millions of fish that are distributed all over the state of Tennessee by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency. In this video, we learn about the hatchery and why it's so important to anglers.
Hi, my name is Nathan Singer. I work for the TWRA, the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency, here at the Normandy Fish Hatchery. The Normandy Fish Hatchery is located on the Duck River, which is one of the most biologically diverse rivers in all of North America. We have more species of fish in the Duck River than all of the countries in Europe combined. So it's a very important and amazing place that's really in our backyard. So it's very important that we take care of it and the Duck River really takes care of us here at the fish hatchery. We depend on a clean, high-quality water source to supply all of the water for our fish hatchery, so that we can then in turn make more fish and distribute them all across the state of Tennessee, which so the Duck River really benefits all of Tennessee in many ways. The fish hatchery itself is located on 204 acres in a big bend of the Duck River just below Normandy Dam. And Normandy Dam was built in 1974. When they filled the reservoir, it became the only flood control dam on the Duck River system. So that's part of what makes the Duck River special, is that there's not a whole lot of changes in its flow throughout the whole state of Tennessee. It goes for about 280 miles, and it flows through all different types of habitats, the Highland Rim, the Nashville Basin, back to the western Highland Rim, and then into the Tennessee River Valley. So as the river travels downstream, or downstream, it actually flows from north to south and then back north again. More and more tributaries influence the river. So as it flows downstream, you get a greater diversity in fish and also aquatic mussels and vegetation. And it was actually featured in the National Geographic as one of the most biodiverse places in the world. Here at the fish hatchery, we have the ability to raise a number of warm water species. So we raise things like crappie and white bass, or striped bass, and walleye. And we can raise catfish and any number of warm water species like bass or bluegill. So there's different strategies for reproduction, and we sort of work with nature and hope that everything goes well, and we can have a successful spawn, and we can help make every lake in Tennessee a little bit better, thanks to the Duck River and the facility we have here. So today at the fish hatchery, we harvested one of our crappie ponds. These fish were spawned back in May, and they've spent the whole summer, about 7 months with us, to grow up to a nice size. We feed those fish every day, twice a day, and they're able to get to a size that we feel whenever we stock them in the lakes that they're not vulnerable to any larger predators. Don our waders, and we get in there with seines, and we slowly work around the kettle, and we scoop up the fish, we load them into buckets. The buckets are then taken up the steps to the hauling trucks. The hauling trucks are full of water with a little bit of salt in there. The salt actually helps the fish stay calm, and there's oxygen that is released into the water from our oxygen tanks, so that we can actually put a lot of fish in a small space and they still remain very stress-free. And after we've harvested the fish from the pond, we'll bring them back to the hatchery building, and we'll take a little sub-sample of the fish, because we've weighed our fish whenever we're loading them onto the truck, but we don't know how many fish we have per pound. So we know how many pounds are on the truck, so we come back and we count the number of fish per pound on the truck, and then from there we can estimate how many fish we have on the truck, and then we can decide which lake needs that many and where does it need to go in that lake. And so today we had a little over 20,000 fish at 50 to the pound. So they were very nice, healthy fish, and those fish went to 2 different places on Thames Ford Lake.
We'll be right back with more News Leader after these messages.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
Hi, I'm Terry Stroop with Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration, your #1 hometown HVAC company. We offer dependable and reliable service on all your HVAC equipment. We also offer high-efficiency trained cooling units. Call us for your cooling needs. Your comfort is what we do.
It's summer, call Stroop.
Welcome back. Spring is in the air, and the Alzheimer's Tennessee organization is preparing for their 3rd annual Purple Olympics, again being held at the Tullahoma High School. News Leader's John Gray got all the details from local director Fran Gray.
We've got Purple Olympics coming up for the 3rd time on May 8th. That's coming up in about 6 weeks now, pretty quick. And we are looking for teams, we're looking for volunteers, we're looking for support, because there are over 120,000 people in the state of Tennessee affected by Alzheimer's disease or other dementias. And we have this annual event to raise money and to help folks know that we're here to support them, to provide education. And you see the number there on the screen? That is the number to call if you have need of a consult, if you want to volunteer with Alzheimer's Tennessee.
Right.
If you need a friend. Yeah. And we are going to start opening up our office again. We do ask people to come by with a mask on.
Right.
And to socially distance.
And where is that office located?
We're at 309 North Jackson Street in the first office on the left. That building has been there for a long time. It's called the Shahan Building.
That's right.
And there's a big sign out front with a green bench. You can go and have a seat if you want to come and sit and talk in the sunshine.
And you're getting ready to put flowers out front too,
We
so you
are.
can sit and look at the flowers.
Yes, we are. But we are very honored to care for persons who have dementia, to try to support their families through a very challenging time. And we have many resources available online, and I'm always happy to talk with folks about those. We have had to continue our services virtually this year, but we have. We've never skipped a beat. We've had virtual support groups, we've had education. We continue to have great education opportunities in the month of April on Tuesday mornings, and I wish folks would check out our website. There are many helpful videos there.
Right.
And but back to this, y'all. We have a fun morning on May 8th. We have hula hoop contests. This year, we're going to add the hula hooping with your arm or your neck. Last year, we had a young man who hula hooped for at least 30 minutes, so we had to ask him to stop because it was time to go home.
Yeah.
He was just so good. And
we have to make it a little bit harder.
Right, right. So if you're an older person like me and not in good shape, we might let you try with your waist, but I'm not sure which waist could hula.
But you know, there's other things. There's the puzzle putting together contest.
Yes,
that's timed.
Yes.
We have a googly ball toss.
We do.
We have
another ring toss.
Ring toss.
Cornhole.
Cornhole, and when we were inside, and we don't know yet whether it's going to be. We plan for it to be outside.
Right.
But whether depending on what the weather is,
Right.
we might end up having to go back inside.
We've reserved the gym if it's bad weather that morning, but we're hoping to go outside. We feel like it'll be safer to be outside.
Right.
So we, again, if people would wear their masks, that would be helpful. and we're going to have a great time.
Adult tricycle races?
Adult tricycle races. If you are wheelchair bound, you can still compete by throwing these items we've talked about. You could do a hula hoop on your arm, and if there are several people in wheelchairs, we will have a wheelchair relay.
Right.
So we just would love to have folks come out, if nothing else, just to have fun with us. There's free food. Cat Murray does our music.
We dance.
We dance. And
we sing. We have fun.
We do. And we have a prize and cake walk. And there are local bakers who donate these most beautiful cakes, delicious cakes, and we have prizes that have been donated. So please, please look at May 8th. Come over to the high school. So
there's all kinds of events that'll be going on. But one thing, this is the Alzheimer's Tennessee Southern, what is
South Central.
South Central office's main fundraiser for the year, and we want you to realize the funds that are raised stay here.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Tullahoma Parks and Rec's Lyle Russell with a laundry list of activities about to start up in Tullahoma. Peggy Burton will speak with Eric Mintel about his jazz concert coming to South Jackson Civic Center. And the Coffee County Airfoilers have a big charity fly-in coming up. We'll have all that and more on this week's Living. Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Now open in Tullahoma, Parkview Senior Living, an affordable, luxurious retirement community that active seniors love to call home. We encourage a healthy, independent lifestyle with few restrictions. Abundant amenities mean you live burden-free in a beautiful, safe home with other like-minded seniors. Still enjoy friends and family, along with your supplemental healthcare needs. See for yourself how wonderful retirement can be. Tour Parkview Senior Living today.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1967 at 84 degrees. Record low was in 1950 at 25 degrees. Average high for this day is 67 and the average low is 43. Mostly clear for tonight with a low of 54. Mostly sunny for Wednesday with a high of 76 and a low of 57, and a 40% chance of rain on Thursday with a high of 73 and a low of 55. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader on 6. Stay safe. Have a great evening.